Hi, this begins our mission to make it count. That's going to be the battle cry on our Boomer team worldwide here. It can be anybody's battle cry. There's some dynamics and some things that will set in motion your success. Some of you have been very successful at what you've done. Some of you understood the process right off the bat, and you've drawn from all the things that didn't work before and applied it with wisdom and knowledge to this process. And you have been wildly successful both in communication and financially in this arena. So I want to pass a clear and concise motion for you to take in 2015. Understand that all success starts with you. You are the vine. You and your perception of what you have, who you are, how this fits in with your life and other lives will start or stop you from taking action. You and your message to others will start or stop the duplication process. And so do you value your own opinion, or is your opinion based on how other people, how other person's belief systems or opinions are? If you value your own opinion, until you do, no one else will either. Now, if you do this, you make place to the process you have at your head. Now, this is why what do you want out of this? What is it that you want? Until you crystallize what you want. Some of you, it's freedom. For me, I had to be free. I was like a caged animal, and I was never going to let up until I got free. And I was willing to be inconvenienced. I was willing to go through some frustration. And by the way, if you're not inconvenienced and not frustrated, folks, that's the sawdust of trying to go after what you want. Then you're probably not really actively going after what you want. Number three, are you over the bridge of belief? Because if you're not, that will hamper you in starting or stopping the process with other people. So in the next few days, I encourage you, figure out what you want out of this. What are you willing to do to get it? I want you to, number one, identify and counsel who is your active senior partner or director. If you don't know that, you have very little chance of getting plugged into the right information train. And understand, I might be talking to many different teams in their own systems. Never change anything you hear outside that. Don't be the idea of the day. Never change anything outside until you counsel with your active senior partner and director. Now, senior partner is sponsored at least 20 people. They started up at least 20 people. By that time, they probably figured out how to do it right. Right? Now, they know how to show the plan themselves. They don't need anybody else to do it. They know how to do three-way calls. They know how to effectively answer questions, and where, more importantly, how to point somebody to where to find the information. That way you mentor them, not just provide an answer. And so if you're going to make this happen, understand some dynamics that are going to help you succeed. Some of you are so close to success, yet you're just missing a couple key pieces there to make it work for you. Some of you gave up too early, assuming, remember this, momentum is hard to get and easy to lose. Assume nothing. Momentum is the factor that continues to carry the message on beyond your own time and effort. Now, if you make this a mental career move, not just a hobby, not just if it would be nice, your attitude has to be as good as this process as you are at your job or career. Think about it. Think about what you were willing to give to somebody for how much in order to have them work for just enough as it takes to replace you. Learn the skills. There's a certain set of skills that come with this. Are they hard? No, most of them are just communication and having the right frame of mind. And the art of asking questions will help you get to where you want to go. Really will. Remember, you are your best investment. Not anything else, not the perfect tool or the manual. It is all about you. You are the best investment in understanding the process. And if you have never been successful in network marketing, which, folks, let me tell you what, the company's an e-commerce company, but they use word of mouth affiliate marketing in order to get the message out. It's way more effective than just an ad or a website. Okay, now, do not be the idea of the day. Stay away from all the shiny stuff online and on the internet. That'll distract you, man. That will distract you from all different stuff. Make sure you keep it simple. And remember this, an eagle hunting 2 rabbits goes hungry. Avoid distractions. Focus. Key. Focus. What is it that you want? What are you willing to do to get it? What's your game plan to get it? Are you over your bridge of belief? Make a game plan, commit to the plan, and work the plan, and allow yourself to fail to get better. Remember, you never walk away empty-handed. You either get what you want or you get experience. Take that experience and apply it to the next process. You get better. Get armed and dangerous. Plug into the culture. Plug into your team meetings, your team websites, your team functions. There's a whole bunch of clans and Karatbars, folks. All of them have a little bit of different system of doing what they do. And I want to let you know that when you saw the videos before, I'm going to put a disclaimer in everything that we saw there. The income projections that you see in the perfect world example of what many people have termed the 12-week plan or strategy was only a perfect world example to show how the numbers work. That's not how life is. Being the repo man, I know that life is a series of chaos amidst some functionality. And nothing is more elusive than the first 10 hours of a diet. Whatever you do, have fun doing it. Life's short. You know, when I was laying in bed near dead, the last thing I was thinking about was work. Okay? It was, what was I leaving my family? Have I left a mark on a better society than when I wasn't in it? And so get armed and dangerous with what you have here. Know how to answer these 2 questions by the first of the year. What is it? What is Karatbars? My answer is a universal solution to the worldwide debt, savings, and currency crisis. What do? I own a company that creates assets that spin off residual income. You got one? Do you want one? What's your plan to get one? We got a great plan. Best one I've ever seen. Look, you got to program your brain to win. Whatever it is, make it natural and flow off your tongue. Rehearse over and 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 over. And guess what? You're going to get better. Now, some smart words from a smart entrepreneur. It's a man that I met before. His name is Ricardo Ferrari. I constantly reflect on these things, the 4 things that lead people to success. Number 1 is having an extraordinary will to achieve. Look, you don't have to be a Karatbars superstar. You just got to understand that you have to have the mindset that this is not going to be another thing. You are going to win at this. And whatever you set your mind into, maybe you only want a washer and dryer out of the deal. Or maybe you want a washer and dryer on a yacht. I don't know. It's whatever you want. But put in the mindset to achieve what you want. And then taking massive action in spite of personal challenges. Some of you have faced tremendous physical, mental, financial, spiritual challenges, relationship challenges over this last year. Make those your defining moments to create what you want to never be back there again. I will never go through that again. Okay? And having no fear of making mistakes or trying to be perfect. I think that is probably one of the single most inhibiting details of why people stop. They think they got to be perfect. They think they have to have the right pitch. You know what it is? It's doing units of work. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. That's just the way it is. And if you're not good at experience now, that's why you need to know who your upline senior director is, senior partner and director, because they've been there and they've got credibility. You need to use them until you have that credibility in that business if you're brand new. First thing, you need to know who that is. And number 4, taking myself seriously and making become successful, excuse me, a top priority. Make it a top priority. Whether you work this a couple hours a day or whatever it is that you're going to do, focus. And Ricardo put it right. The harsh reality is that more than 90% of people just do enough to get by. They do just enough not to rock the boat so that they can arrive at their grave safely. And when you think about it, it's sad. It's true. My grandfather founded 3 Pentecostal churches, told me this. He was a humble man, a shoemaker in Endicott, New York, in Binghamton. Show up, pay attention, and just do something, Danny, and you will help to get where you want to go. Okay? Do it every day. Michael Jordan, legendary. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over in my life, and that's why I succeed. You need to program your brain to succeed. Now, you can go back and watch this and take it in. I need to know what you want, how much you want, when you want it by, and create realistic stretching goals. If you haven't made $1,000 a month in this yet, set your goal to make $1,000. Then guess what? Once you reach that, set it to make 1,000 a week. And once you reach that, set it to make 1,000 a day. And when you reach that, I'm not going to tell you where that was going to go. And identify the windows of time you're going to work this. Part of this, most of you could succeed tomorrow if you would make a game plan to succeed and program your brain to succeed and reach your goal. And so many things, you need to know what to expect. What's your strengths? What aren't your strengths? Surround yourself with people that have the other strengths that you lack so that you can get better at what you do. Lloyd Merrifield, I mean, I'm amazed at his technical skills. I've learned more from him, and it only took me 5 or 6 times the same time learning stuff from him to where it got programmed in. I was amazed at how much I absorbed. So there's lots of different things that you can do. Now, be an impact player with people. Look at the simplicity in what we do, our message. If you stay in paper money, you lose buying power. I don't care what package you're in. That's the bottom line. You're going to buy less stuff tomorrow. If you exchange it to some gold money, you're going to buy more, and portable and flexible. That's the best part of it. These accounts are in when you look at all the features and benefits that come with it for free. Now, if you go out your front door and look to left and right, everyone that you see is affected by this. You can help everyone if you do that. And using this account is nothing more than a simple change in your banking routine. You don't have to give up anything. And if you start to let somebody else know about it, maybe that's how you get over your bridge of belief. Get over that. Understand the company isn't perfect, but the company has consistently and persistently overcome every single challenge and obstacle they have ever had from its inception and gotten better and better and better and better. And so it might be a tortoise in different ways, but you know what? It has stood the test of time when many others who have tried to do what we do have gone to the wayside. Gone. Okay? And so understand that in the process of doing this, you're creating an asset, not a subscription or consumable, which means nothing, right? You know, in a short sense, if you work for a company, and that company asks you, would you like to get paid in cash, gold, or a combination of both, how would you answer that? That's what we do, folks. That don't matter what you do. You can take it upon yourself right now to do that. You know, I never heard of this. If the company asks you, would you like to get paid in cash, protein powder, or a combination of both, how would that work? Now, I'm not knocking anything else. You can fill in protein powder with anything. It's just that this is a very unique business. And that's why when you saw Matt in his, hey, that guy's top 1% of all financial planners in the country, or maybe the world. And so when he was introduced to this, he understood that. Now, you need to know that this referral system pays you if you tell somebody. You don't have to tell anybody about it to get a benefit from it. I love that. If you just want to use it, use it. But protect your family by using it, not thinking about using it. Karatbars is a lifeboat. A lifeboat without Karatbars is a pile of wood on shore. And when this starts to get rough seas, folks, you'll be swimming with the rough sea sharks. We don't want that. It's simple. Take some of this, turn it into this, and save it. As this value goes down, this goes up and balances out your losses that you take in the paper money. It isn't hard. It's simple. And so nobody wants to run around being the best gold salesman, but all people want an asset that creates residual income. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? So how are your assets for retirement-like residual income is what it's called? Looking. Have you checked? Do you want more? Do you want it sooner or later? Understand there's only 2 ways that you're going to create residual income. Well, maybe 3 ways. You can invent something, but it's still got to be duplicated, and that's going to take a capital investment outlay in order to get it done. Okay? Now, most common people need to know that this, Karatbars is not a speculative investment. It's not a commodity. It's not for speculative thinking. It's not a program for the Wall Street day trader mentality, buy low, sell high, time the market. That's not what it's all about. That has nothing to do with it. Okay? Karatbars are gold is money in a developing system of exchange, where anything that can be bought in paper money could be bought in fractions of a gram of gold money if the gold money looked uniform across the planet, didn't try and compete with any other government's money, was just an alternative economic stimulant for commerce to be conducted in times when the paper money was there. They're not here to replace or compete. Nothing. Okay? Now, what is your plan to get residual income? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go out and survey people. Hey, you know what? I just looked at my retirement program and I'm not all that thrilled with it. How's yours going? Go look at it. Ask them. What's your plan look like? Have you looked? Somebody says, oh, I love my job. What is your really retirement plan look for that? Well, I don't have one. Do you want one? You'd be surprised how many people work and they even like what they do. They don't have a real retirement program. Now, understand, some of that language and how you frame it wraps yourself around certain things. So don't use the word investment. Okay, it's not what we are. I don't give tax, legal, or financial advice. I have an account. I share people how you can get your own account. In the process of doing that, create residual income. It's so ridiculously, pathetically simple that we make it way too complicated. What's your plan to get? I found the best one ever. And if hey, I'm all set, I've got all that done, great. Do you know 50 people of good character that can't do what you do? Can your family do what you do? If they can't, set up something that lives beyond your own time and effort. Do you know 50 people of good character that are looking for a way to get back? So you've heard this question a million times from me. You really don't need to hear it again, except I'm going to say it one more time. I want you to look at the times we live in today. Look at all the stuff that's going on. Do you think there's people out there somewhere that might want to take a look at a legitimate business plan strategy to make $4,500 a week of passive income in 12 weeks? If so, how many? A few? A lot? More than a lot? Are you one of those people? The process of doing units of work, that's all we want you to do. We want you to be the best gold salesman out there, folks. If that's what you want to do, bless you. I'm telling you, I beat that horse for 3 years, and that was a difficult one to do. That did not work very well. The building blocks to make this work, it's very simple. And guess what? They're in order of 1, 2, and 3. Number 1, become a team player. Enroll, KYC, get a package, and do a gram a week. You want to go really fast. Get to VIP as soon as you possible. If you have the ability to go there right now, do it. Don't wait. It takes less transactions and less people to make way more money. And then build your team of players. Duplicate the process. Becoming a team player, that's putting your jersey on you and getting on the field. So the only people making money with a jersey are the ones on the field. The people with the jersey in the stands, they don't make any money. Right? Get on the field. And this thing isn't dependent on how good you are and what you think you can do. I want you to focus. What is it that you want? The next few days, figure that out. Crystallize it. Okay? Even if you don't know what you want, if you're having a hard time, figure out the things that you don't want. It's equally works to get you to where you figure out what you want. Eliminate the things that you don't want. The next, you're gonna coach your team of players. This is where you get your time and money back. You're gonna become a senior partner. You're gonna become a gold director elite. People go on to make 6 and 7 figures a year of income doing that. Then as they expand and help other gold director elites in their lines expand theirs, they make 6 and 7 figures a month. And then the more gold director elites in each line, 6 and 7 figures a week over a longer period of time, not immediately, but over a long period of time. Are you in this for the long run? Many of you are. Be in this for the real long time. You know what? If you ever stop doing this, what are you stopping to do? There's no way you can get hurt in this. And bottom line is, if you have some of this, you're going to buy more stuff in the future. If you stay in this, you're going to have less. So what's your plan to get more? We have the best plan you'll ever find. And it ain't perfect, but it works. And remember, I'm going to reinforce this again. The 12-week strategy was a perfect world example. It wasn't a guarantee of earning. Wasn't a guarantee of earning. Wasn't a guarantee of earnings. It was a perfect world example, so we can put this down so we can show you how it works. And those examples were done in U.S. dollars. The action plan uses mathematical examples that are dependent on you following the plan as described. Incomes could never be guaranteed because we can't guarantee your effort or your effort of your team. That's the good part, because it won't be built by you being the superstar and having to do all the work. This will be built by the fact that you'll open up doors, some on your left team and some on your right team, enough to find the people who do 10 times more than you ever did. You just got to give yourself a chance to get blessed. So don't hesitate. This is the simplicity of it. Get in now. Get in now. Even if you're in, but you're not mentally in, get in now. And if you're not registered yet and you're hemming and hawing and trying to figure it out, hesitation places you behind people that don't hesitate. That's as simple as that move is. You can wait, but how would you feel if a super player got in above you because you waited? And that one was the one that led to 100,000 affiliates in that team. Okay? And understand, get the best package you can now. Stretch if you have to. The better the package, the less people in team transactions it takes to make way more money. A VIP makes 8 times more money than a bronze. It takes 1/8 of approximately the average transactions to make, honestly, almost twice the money that we show in FX. Okay? We had one team. 1/7 the number of people did 7 times more volume. Did you hear that? 1/7 the amount of people did 7 times more volume than the larger side. This isn't dependent on just the number of people. It's the people who understand the dynamics of what we have. Understand, each week save a gram of gold money. Save a gram of gold money, accumulate it with velocity, the most important aspect that's going to be shown here in a little video in a minute. Commit to save $780 or more over the next 12 weeks. Accumulate gold money consistently. You will never regret it. Find 2 people with 3 Ds, okay, in week 1 by asking questions. What is the 3 Ds? Dreams, desire, and determination. Then find more. Do 100 units of work. You want to go set in motion a huge result. Then do 100 units of work in 30 days. You will set forth the action plan that will move ships out of the harbor. Don't stop until you reach your goal. Nobody says you have to find 2. Go find 52. Some people on this webcast here found 152. One guy, I don't know if he's even on here or not, he found 412 people since April. How'd you like that one in your group? Right? I didn't know them. You just have to open up the channels and allow it to be blessed. This is your funnel. Wrap your head around this. Wrap your head around this. Number one, you have contacts and spheres of influence. However you drum them up, they might be by internet technology. We got lots of great tools these days. They might be in your phone. You probably have more than enough people in your phone to make this work twice. You might have paid sources. Then we're going to, guess what? The funnel gets narrower because we're going to sift for the interested parties. Okay? We're not here to convince them. We're only to sift them. Then we're going to show the 12-week strategy, whether you have a video on your iPad, you plug people into the webcast. We do two a day. We're not there doing it just to talking anymore. Man, we're doing it for you, not us. Okay? And you're looking for the 3Ds. Show the big picture. The process. You're looking for the 3Ds. The reason you're even watching this, there's a reason you're continuing to do what you do. Crystallize what it is. If you've got desire, my desire, I had to be free. Some of you may not even looked at me when I was a mess, man. When I was driving around, my windows were down. I had 2-day, 70-mile-an-hour hairdo with T-shirts with lunch on my shirt. Well, make no mistake. There was a champion in there waiting to get out. I just needed the right vehicle to let it loose with. Okay? So never underestimate anybody, even the quiet ones. People that are quiet, man, they can get stubborn. They get stubborn on this. Forget about it, man. They're going to way outperform than what we ever thought. They just got to get unleashed. Determination's always been the deciding factor. And it has everybody knows there's a learning curve. Get better at what you do. And so you're going to guide the people once you show them the plan. You're looking for the 3Ds. You're going to work with the willing. Guide them into the right program that's right for them. Plug them into the information train. If they're not in an information train, folks, that's a flower that doesn't get any water. Okay? You got to get them into the train. And so if you have a team, there's many great teams out there, plug them into the team. Get them on Skype. Hey, the whole company does stuff on Skype. If you're not on Skype, you're probably missing it. Okay? There's Facebook pages. There's even other conference calls, sizzle calls, and group calls that are out there. You're going to repeat those tasks over and over, and whether they're customers or whether they are somebody who wants to participate in a mild fashion, they don't really want to totally commit to everything. There's tons of ways to create volume. Remember, you got 2 arms. You need volume on 2 arms. And there's all these different ways that opening doors can create outlets that create different revenue in different fashions. This is just one, but understand, the body of that happy elephant is being a VIP. That's going to give you the maximum payout. And whether you start at the low and work your way up and leave piles of money on the table, it doesn't matter. Get started at the best package you can. Or whether you take the leap and you go to VIP. Some of you don't even think about it. VIP's like, I'm in, done. You understand there's a cost for customer acquisition no matter what you do. It doesn't matter what business you're in. This is no different. We took an e-commerce company that had a pay schedule. We figured out the dynamics, which was called the 12-week strategy designed by Pastor Larry Dye and Miles Smith. Okay? And we kind of tweaked it a little bit, put it in the right perspective, and it was a vision. And so understand all these different aspects. It's no different than other business. Understand what network marketing is. It's pure business without the employees or the overhead. That's all it is. It's complete leverage. All the other headaches that were going normal business, gone. All you got to do is learn a few skills and communicate. And understand, if you're going to phone your list, the cost is self-image. So again, remember what I said, year of the vine. You and your perception of what you're seeing now, and you and how it fits in with all your life and everybody else's life will start or stop you from taking action. Think about it for a minute. There's piles of different stuff. If you run any posted advertising, you need to get permission and critiqued, okayed by the compliance department at Karatbars. Okay, next. Whether you want to just use the account for self-protection, I mean, Derek Wiersma, I mean, he's a gold director lead. He's got an incredible team growing. You know, he doesn't sign up customers. Let me know when you want to be an affiliate. Come back and let's go with a package and participate so he can bless you. Now, I didn't say that everybody agrees on everything that people do. There's different theories on. I think people put in the right program for what they're willing to do are happy. The happy people buy gold and tell other people. And there's lots of ways that you can bless them. And so remember, always don't change anything before you talk to your upline senior partner and director. That is most important. Duplication is a funny thing. Lots of things work, not many things duplicate. And so follow the plans that your director and your team are doing, always, okay? And as far as any more, remember there's 2 tasks that go make money. These 2 tasks are simple. Become the brick and connect people with the bricks. You're going to create an asset that produces residual income and gold free from the system. This is a page that you can find in many different ways. This is my roadmap on the mindset to keep it going. First, it is I'm not out running around selling gold because that is the number one thing that most people say I don't want to do. Yet everybody would save money in gold if they knew why they would save it, and then probably would tell some other people about it, just like that, okay? And I want you to do 100 units of work in 30 days. You can find all this stuff on karatgroupteam.com and build your power team. The velocity and the flow of Karatbars is really important. This is what's going to protect you in the times of the paper money. Okay? Packages only leverage your ability to acquire more gold. If you're not in the process of acquiring gold in Karatbars, you are missing the most important aspect of the business. Okay? We want you to set the mindset and create a habit that is for generations to come. We're doing more than just making money, folks. We're here to set the example for our children to follow, which is far more important, because how our children deal with what's coming up, you can fix it for them. You can help them understand by your actions, not your intentions. And so some of you need to get over this process. I'm going to plan it out very simply. The 12-week plan, at a minimum perfect world example, and we know the world isn't perfect, is $233,000 a year. Okay? So let's just say that it works less than half of what it would work in a perfect world for you by taking some action and doing your part. That's $100,000 a year for you. There's 100 squares of work I want you to do in January. Or if you're getting involved in any part, I want you to pencil out the date at the top and date at the bottom and do 100 units of work, each and every one. Don't stop at 2 when you find one. Take this and push this big snowball over the mountain. Let it roll down the hill after you put in the effort. I want you to ask 100 people for 3 minutes of their undivided attention. And I want you to play a sizzle call for them. Do a 3-way call on your phone. Use the message. Be the messenger of the message, not be the message itself. This is the easiest way to find out the people that you have. You probably got more people in your phone you'll ever need to use this. See, I know this. If you ask 100 people, only 80 will listen. Out of the 80 that listen, that means 20 people wouldn't even give you 3 minutes of their undivided attention. Put their initials down on that chart and put a big fat red X on it, folks. Big one. Yeah, I give you permission. Okay? Out of the 80 that listen, only 40 people will actually see the plan, whether they get to a webcast, whether you go and you show them with undivided attention, and you show them whether it's on an iPad video, whatever it is that you use, sending them to a webcast link, however it is that you do it to get it in front of them, scratching out on a piece of paper. However you do it, only 40 will see it with undivided attention. And out of the 40 people that will see it, 20 will enroll, which means that 80 out of 100 either didn't listen listened, had interest, but didn't see it. And out of the rest that saw it, 20 people think that it's a good idea. That means 80 out of 100 never enrolled. And out of the 20 that enroll, 10 will buy a package immediately. They're going to register, they're going to upload their documents, they're going to get a package, and out of the 10 that buy it, 6 are going to duplicate it. They're going to become senior partners and gold director elites. So understand, if it works less than half, $100,000 a year, 100 squares to fill out in 30 days, do the units of work. You are not convincing anyone. Amateurs convince people. You are eliminating them to find the 6 with the 3 Ds. We only show you have to find 2. 200 units of work. Watch, you'll find 6. That means that mentally here, I don't care how busy you are, you're going to pay yourself $1,000 for every no, somebody that got in and gave a half-baked effort, somebody who told you, when you make it, let me know, right? Which really means they don't trust that you're not going to quit. That's what it means. Or whether you're going to pitch them with another deal. That's what it means. Read between the lines. Okay? That's $94,000 that you're going to mentally pay yourself to identify the 6 that will make you financially free and give you everything you want to do. Tithe, help, anything you want. I mean, what's taking so long? 100 units of work, do it. Don't challenge it. Follow it. Do it. Do the units of work. This is what it looks like. You get started, you're going to get better at it, you're going to get it done, and you're going to get what you want. And in the process, you're going to create a wave of momentum, because if you do this work, it's almost mathematically impossible not to find like those numbers pan out. And here's what you're going to run into when you're there. You have to understand, if you keep at 95% of the population only have 5% of the wealth. And so they have the employee addition thinking. Their brains are programmed that way. Identify it. But not all of them. Some of them are waiting to get out of that. They're employees or they're self-employed. Okay? This is the way they think. It's not you. See, the challenge is you. Some of you think it's you. It ain't you. This is the way they're programmed. Remember the first video that we watched here? The connector video? They're going to tell you, this is what you say, I don't have any money. Well, how long do you want to make that claim? Don't you want, if I could show you how to double your income in 12 months, would you want to be, when you're firm and you're resolved and people see you're going someplace, man, they go, I don't even know if I know what they're doing, but maybe I want to go where they're going. I'm too busy trying to get by. Great. Congratulations. But if you're too busy being too busy and you get sick or hurt, how much money you got coming in? Do you like that fact? If you don't, if I could show you how to utilize cracks of time, 3 minutes at a crack, and I could show you how to do 10 hours of work, which is this, right? 3 minutes of prep, 3 minutes of a call, 100 times is 10 hours, okay? And you could get residual income so you didn't have to be too busy anymore. Would you want to know what I know? Will you give me 3 minutes of your undivided attention and play the message for them? I have a job. Congratulations until you don't anymore. Have you ever lost your job? You know anybody that's lost their job still having to look for a job? You know, companies aren't looking to keep people on, and when companies get bought out, guess what happens? So do their pension plans. Happened to my brother-in-law. Happened to my father. Okay? And what good is buying a gram? A gram costs too much. The gram, that's a sign of a person who has not been enlightened to how the fourth way to acquire gold. Inherit it. Extract it. Buy it out of your pocket. Or set up a Karatbars dual team system and acquire it from the system, not from their pocket. A reverse flow of the money comes back in. I can't convince anyone. If you've been paying attention to this, I couldn't care less if you're the best convincer in the world. All they want you to do is play a message and get the message out in front of people. Do 100 units of work in 30 days. Pick the message you like to listen to, because that's going to reflect your attitude when you do stuff. Okay? My friend said it won't work. Why is it that 95% of the population only have 5% of the wealth? Think about it, right? Is your friend financially independent? Then why you listen to him? Do you want to be financially independent? If you could make twice as much money as your friend is making right now, would you listen to him? The government's going to take care of me. Hey, 3 years ago, the government was collecting $3 to figure out what to do with $1. Last year, the government was collecting $4 to figure out what to do with $1. Before this went somewhere else. This year, the government was collecting $5 to, actually, this was last year, $5 to figure out what to do. Four didn't even go to the program. This year, 6 or more going to be collected to figure out what to do with $1. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure out where that one's going. I will miss my TV shows. Man, you got a nice house? You got a nice TV? Yeah. Bet you got all the channels too, don't you? Yeah. You got a nice couch? Yeah. Sell them. Let me ask you a question. $4,500 a week, you going to be watching that TV on that couch? Have fun with what you do. This is what's going to happen in the pattern. This is the reason I'm putting this out. When you start getting started, identify who you're talking to. It helps you understand the process. When you get better at it, you're going to find that people who understand systems, business owners, or people who've had a business before, people who have managed a business and understand systems before. Investors who understand money and systems. Understand, if you're talking to an investor, number one, you make the statement right out front to program their brain in the right way. This is not a speculative investment. Okay, 2 ways you're going to create assets. You can leverage money, which very few people have, and you have to have a lot of it to do anything significant, okay, to get a result. Or you can leverage time. That's what businesses do. They hire 10 employees, 40 hours a week. They get 400 hours of work a week for the 10 people that work there. They leverage time. That's what you're doing with networking, only you don't have the employees or the overhead. You got to wrap your head around this stuff. Okay? And so this is what you're going to more run into when you talk to people in the fishing ponds of the business owner and investor type. They're going to go, I'm going to make a fortune. You doing this? I'm going to make a fortune. I can do this even part-time, no matter how many franchise outlets I have. I can weave this in. This all fits in. It's commerce. I can have money, time, and no job. The famous words of a restaurant owner. They bought themselves a job that takes them through all the holidays, everything. It's always occupying and has a lot of waste in it. They're going to say this, a gram a week and finding 2 can make kilos of free gold. If you're a VIP and you sponsor 2 VIPs in a whole month, forget about, no matter how many gold, silvers, affiliates, customer accounts, what blue dot, bubble squatters, whatever you want to call it, you're a VIP and you find 2 VIPs in a whole month. In the next 30 days after those 2 VIPs, each of those 2 VIPs, after they go through the process and find 2 VIPs each, after a whole month, on top of anything else, if that extrapolated out to 12 weeks or 12 months, just the commissions from the VIP package without any other packages or gold or anything, just the VIP package, everything else is just gravy, is more, you could exchange it for more than 13 kilos of gold. You ever going to save up that amount of money to buy it? Don't think so. It's a powerful concept. Okay? Everybody can find 2. Many people are going to find more than 10. Do 100 units of work in 30 days in January, and you will set 20. The government isn't going to own me. That's what you're going to see on that side. Entrepreneurs want to be free. Investors have residual income, which is what everybody wants. The sooner you create it, the faster you can do what you want, when you want, with who you want, how you want. Okay? In TiVo and DVR, tapes TV shows. I didn't say you had to give up your favorite TV shows. Just don't put them in the time slots in the creative phase of building the business. Remember, whichever way you think, we let people own that. I don't make anybody jump on our train, but I certainly am going to empower them and give them the best vision I can and plant that message in their head, however it has. You will get as good at this as you ever have been at anything that you have ever done if you focus on it. And so my message to you is give this your A game effort and you will get an A game income. Momentum and velocity. I'm going to finish this up right here with one